know what's funny about this is that we actually did a review on the trailer, and I went through the whole trailer and gave my perspective of what I saw. I'll post that link in the comments down below. But you guys send me this article, man. I don't know, man. Alright, so Collider. It says, wait a minute. Why does the plot of James Gunn's Superman sound so familiar? Throughout its entire production, James Gunn's upcoming film, Superman, has been contrasted with the DC films made by Zack Snyder, and the level of detail of these comparisons will only increase once the reboot film is finally released. But while even the relatively little known about Superman suggests that, as expected, the Gunn's film's tone and visual style will differ sharply from Snyder's. The reboot does seem to have even more in common with its predecessors than just get the given similarities that naturally come from sharing the same source material. In particular, the latest trailer for the DC Universe film suggests that its plot may be more similar to that of Snyder's second DC Extended Universe entry. The ever-divisive Batman v Superman... Whoa! Sorry, I forgot to mute my computer. I got the ads going. Oh, let me turn that off, actually. Hold on. I don't even know why these ads is popping up. Okay, it says the latest trailer for the DC Universe film suggests that its plot may be more similar to that of Snyder's second DC Extended Universe entry, the ever-divisive Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice that many viewers were likely expecting, which is one of the greatest comic book movies of all time. The theatrical release, trash it. Get it out of here. But the original cut that was supposed to come out, that if it would have came out in theaters, it would have crossed $1 billion. But what happened? WB chopped it up, cut it up, made the movie terribly. A lot of things didn't make sense, but once we got the director's cut, which we should have never got, we should have got the original version, and bam, they would have been sitting on a throne of money. They would have been ahead of Marvel. But they chose to chop things up and not let Zack do his thing, and guess what? Well, we're here now. And I don't want to hear anything about movies not... Oh, no. People will go and watch a movie if it's good. No matter how long it is. Avengers Endgame, Infinity... Well, those were all long movies. Hell, how long is Harry Potter? Aren't those movies long? I ain't watched Harry Potter in a long time, but I know they probably long. Anyways, Superman is a political character, and both movies know it. The new Superman trailer released earlier this month uses a scene of Lois Lane, Rachel Brosnan, conducting an informal interview with Clark Kent, David Cornswell, about his recent activities as Superman as a framing device. The dialogue and accompanying footage reveal that Clark's recent self-imposed mission to a foreign country, which he firmly asserts stopped a war, has also made him a divisive figure among the American and like global public, with Lois even noting that the Secretary of Defense is investigating his actions, which was in BVS. And I called that out. This closely echoes the premise of Batman v Superman, in which Clark's Henry Cavill battled with a terrorist organization in Africa, which he initiates to save a kidnapped Lois Lane. Exacerbates existing controversy about his involvement in world affairs. What isn't clear yet is whether Superman's main antagonist, Lex Luthor, orchestrates the conflict as Jesse Eisenberg's version of the character does in Batman v Superman, or simply take advantage of it in his crusade against Clark. Broshan's Lois questions whether Clark's actions were justified is a potentially significant difference between the films, as Adam's version is mostly supportive of her boyfriend and investigates Lex's involvement in the incident in the hopes of clearing Clark's good name. Both movies pit Superman against the world. Whether it's just due to the events of the potential war or because of other factors, Cornswell's Clark is said to be at odds with both of the U.S. government and other crime fighters for at least part of the film. Similarly to the BVS trailer shows the character being detained and handcuffed by military forces led by Creature Commandos Rick Flag Sr., which I also called out after we did the review of the trailer. It's crazy. Who will now be the director of the spy agency Argus? Angela Spica, the engineer, and a mysterious masked figure, the masked man and the engineer, who in the comics is known for being a member of the ruthless superhero team The Authority, are also shown physically fighting Clark at different points in the trailers. And while it appears that they will be working with, or more likely for Lex, it's again unclear to what extent, if any, he's manipulated. Flag and Clark's other opponents, or if their animosity is more honestly a result of the public mistrusting him. The trailers haven't suggested that any of the other superheroes featured in the film are personally invested in combating Clark as Ben Affleck's Batman was in BVS. However, comments from Gunn and other members of the cast and crew have emphasized how Clark's simple heroism is still unusual in the DCU despite the presence of other crime fighters, and there's evidence suggesting that the other supporting heroes are also corporately and or governmentally sponsored, which could lead to similar clashes with Clark due to his attempts to remain apolitical and unaffiliated. Green Lantern and Guy Gardner also frequently picks fights with other heroes simply because of his arrogant, abrasive personality in the comics, so it will not be at all surprising for him to at least attempt to engage Clark physically at some point, regardless of how Clark reacts or if Guy's teammates support him doing so. Both movies showcase Clark's humanity. Oh my gosh, shut up. I don't know why my phone keeps going off. Some lines from Lex himself provide additional narration later in the trailer, with the billionaire villain seething simply at Clark's moniker, saying he's not a man, he's an it. This suggests that a major part of reasons Lex resents Clark is because of his alien roots, in addition to jealousy over his power, with him using those origins as justification to demonize Clark, much as Eisenberg's version often did to Cavill's. This adds a dark layer to what Gunn has described as one of the main challenges of the film, that being Clark's effort to reconcile his alien and human heritages. Yet another idea it shares with BVS. At the end of which Cavill's Clark reaffirms the Earth is my world with his heroism, ironically making him a more admirable human character than Lex and many others, which looks like it could be very well the case in the reboot as well. Again, the differences in the film's overall styles are already apparent, and other details will likely further separate them from one another. While he surely risks his life, it's unlikely Cornsway's Clark will be killed off, well duh, even temporarily in this first film, for example. But the repetition of certain things and plot points is a little concerning for those hoping that the reboot will be more unanimously popular than Snyder's film and consequently ensure greater long-term success for the DCU than the last franchise received. On the bright side, if Superman is as well received as fans want it to be and viewers notice how inevitable some of its similarities with BVS are, it could lead opinions on the earlier film too often. And there we go. That is the article. Yeah, you know, after we watched the trailer, I was like, I gotta go through the trailer with y'all and review it, and we did, and I'll put that comment or the link in the comments or in the description. And when we did it, it was just so many similarities with Man of Steel and Batman v Superman. Like, I don't want to say it's copy. I know a lot of people are saying copy. I'm going to wait until the film actually comes out before I give a judgment on that. But it is very similar to BVS and Man of Steel, and I pointed that out in that video we did. I think it was a couple weeks ago or something like that. I don't really have much more to say about this film, man. I think we only got like, what, 40 days or something like that until it drops. I'll be glad when this movie comes out so we can see where this is going. This Superman news, I ain't gonna lie, I'm so tired of talking about Superman. I'm ready to get it over with. And then you guys want me to you guys send me another thing to do with Superman's suit. I'm gonna do it just because y'all want me to, but I'm so tired of talking about Superman. For real. It's just Superman things all the time, and it's just like, man, I'm ready for the movie to come out. I'm ready to see what's gonna happen. I'm just ready, okay? I'm just ready to see where this universe stands. If it's gonna be well received, if it's not, or whatever. But yeah, man, post your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think, man. Do you think James Gunn is copying and pasting BVS and Man of Steel, or do you think it's just maybe it's he's giving credit to Zach or something? What do you guys think in the comments down below? I will catch you guys in the next one, man. 100,000 subscribers is grind time. Let's get it.